Alright YouTube, so it looks like the Call of Duty series might be progressing towards a Battle Royale game mode. Now this might be a standalone game, could be a mode that's added into one of, the yearly Call of Duties. We don't exactly know yet. If you need a bit of explanation as for what Battle Royale is, that is PUBG, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, or something like Fortnite. You spawn into a map, a big map. The amount of players, I guess, would vary depending on the game. You loot around for gear, you kill each other, the last one standing is the winner. The gameplay you're seeing in the background is exactly that for Call of Duty Online. And if you don't know what Call of Duty Online is, I wouldn't be surprised. It's not that fucking known, really, unless you're, super into the Call of Duty series. Call of Duty Online is a Call of Duty game specific only to China. And it has, I'm not sure the exact details, but it has, a shit ton of maps and guns from so many Call of Duty games put into one game. It's, the coolest fucking concept, and honestly, if they would release it worldwide, it would probably be the hottest Call of Duty game ever. Because it has maps from maybe World at War all the way up till maybe now. I don't know if they would introduce Call of Duty World War II maps, but probably something up to at least Black Ops 3 or Infinite Warfare, and guns from all those. So you can take a futuristic gun from Call of Duty Infinite Warfare and use that on a Call of Duty World at War map or Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 map. It's a really cool and crazy concept. According to the YouTuber who posted this gameplay, it is currently in beta, and there's only 18-player lobbies, which isn't very different from a normal Call of Duty lobby, which of course is 2 teams of 6 players, so 12 players. An 18-player Battle Royale isn't that crazy of a concept. It just seems kind of generic, where you look at something like PUBG that has 100-player lobbies. That's more of what you want, a big-ass lobby like that. That way, whenever you win, it's I survived, dude. There's 100 people, I'm the last one alive. That's a victorious. If you're the last one standing when it comes to 18 players, who cares? Now, I've seen it a bit polarizing. I've seen some YouTubers hate on this. Of course, the Call of Duty YouTubers are praising it because that's what they do with Activision. They praise everything Activision does. We can't exactly hate on it just yet. I mean, it is the first iteration of them ever doing this, and it is in beta. So, the 18-player lobbies are kind of gay, but it's probably gonna be more than that. I doubt they'd introduce a Battle Royale style mode or its own standalone game, and it only have 18-player lobbies. That just wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. I've also seen some people kind of just compare it to a free-for-all game mode from Call of Duty, but with looting, and that is really what it honestly is. You're gonna spawn to this map. There's gonna be, 18 players, and y'all pick up loot off the ground, and y'all just kill each other. That's what free-for-all is. It's just free-for-all, no respawns with looting. That's essentially what it is. Now, I know you do pick up weapons off the ground, attachments. It's really in, med kits and things like that. It's just like PUBG, but I wonder how in-depth the looting is. Do you pick up armor, helmets, clothing, things like that? And if you do, are there tiers to it like PUBG? Because there's level 1, 2, and 3 to pretty much everything, and those are significantly different. A level 2 item is a lot better than level 1. Level 3 is a lot better than, level 1 or 2. So I wonder if there's a tiered, looting system like that, or if you just pick up, a body armor, a helmet, things like that. I don't know exactly yet. Also, the fun of something like PUBG, and I'm not sure on Fortnite, I'll be honest, I've not played Fortnite yet. I haven't even really watched gameplay of Fortnite that much. But with PUBG, the map is fucking huge, man. The map is gigantic. It's it'd be multiple sizes of a Fallout or an Elder Scrolls map or something. They're really, really fucking big maps. And with the Call of Duty one, well, if you look at this map, he brings it right there. Thank God he brought it up as I was doing my commentary. If you look at the map, it is a lot bigger than a standard Call of Duty, just, TDM map, domination, whatever. Or I guess it wouldn't matter what game mode you're playing, but it's a standard Call of Duty map. They have some decent sized ones for Call of Duty, but most Call of Duty maps aren't really that big compared to open world games and things like that, or something like PUBG. That'll be the issue too, is how big are these Call of Duty, Battle Royale mode maps gonna be? Because part of the fun of, something like PUBG is there's, 100-player lobbies, and y'all spawn in and you parachute down, and you can just drop wherever you want to into any small little town or big town, big buildings, whatever the case, the giant apartments, the school. I know some of the locations. I don't know a whole lot of them because I haven't played it myself. But yeah, you can kind of spawn in wherever you want on this gigantic map, and you can intentionally spawn in somewhere away from everybody if you want to, so that you don't have to worry about your looting. Nobody's around you. You can loot safely, essentially. It won't be as good a gear, maybe, but at least you're safe. With this game, it doesn't seem to be the case. If you revert back to the very beginning of this video with the gameplay, you come up out of some hole in the ground when it's counting down. So it looks like the spawns are already maybe chosen for you. That's already kind of a bad sign. Also with PUBG and maybe even Fortnite, there's the option of playing single player or team based. And with 18-player lobbies, I don't know if there's going to be teams, because with PUBG you can play anywhere from one. You can play by yourself solo. You can play teams of 2, teams of 3, teams of 4. That doesn't seem to be the option with this unless they increase the player count. part of the fun of that. Now I know there's like a competitive scene for solo PUBG stuff, and there's a competitive scene for like the team-based stuff. But unless they drastically increase the player count for like these Call of Duty Online Battle Royale multiplayer lobbies, like it doesn't seem like there's really going to be a scene for the the team-based ones, unless they let you do maybe teams of 2. Because even then you'd have like 9 teams of 2, so that'd be something at least. I've also heard people complain about if this were to be a thing, like Call of Duty's been like the same shitty servers forever. The game's been built on like the same shitty engine forever. So if they were to drastically, jump up from 12-player lobbies all the way up to, we'll say 100-player lobbies like PUBG, like it would be terrible. It'd be fucking terrible. They'd have to they'd have to do everything different. They have to create new badass quality dedicated servers, and they have to build the game on an entirely new engine. And for me personally, if the beta works out well and it becomes popular and everybody likes it, I would prefer them to release a Call of Duty game that's standalone Battle Royale only. I don't want it to be just this kind of additional game mode, because it's not going to be as good as it could be. If they just make a standalone multiplayer game that's Battle Royale only, they could focus on making the maps as good as they can be and as big as they can be, make the looting system well. They don't have to worry about a campaign or fucking zombies or whatever additional side mode there would be in a Call of Duty game, and they can focus solely, because it seems like every year, like every time you watch trailers and stuff, they're always focusing on like the story and the campaign of Call of Duty. And I've talked about this before, and it's been polarized in the past. I don't really care about the campaign or the single player of Call of Duty games. I literally I install the disc, install the game, hop right into multiplayer, and that's fucking it. Like, I don't care about the campaign. So if they were to focus on a Battle Royale only, multiplayer only Call of Duty, I think it could be good. That's me giving them the benefit of the doubt, though. It is Activision, and they're pretty fucking terrible and scummy, and they want Sledgehammer, Infinity Ward, or Treyarch to just pump out these games every 3 years, annually, of course, but every 3 years for each studio, and so you never know how it would work out. I think the best option for something like this would be to let Raven make it themselves. Raven helps, like, create a lot of the Call of Duties for several fucking years now. And I believe they actually developed the multiplayer for one of the Call of Duties. Dude, I don't remember. I don't keep up with Call of Duty news that much. But I know Raven's had their hands in a lot of the Call of Duties for several years now. And that'd be a way, it's like you don't have to take away from Sledgehammer, Infinity Ward, and Treyarch, which is Activision's, like, they milk them for everything they're fucking worth. Raven can do this on the side since they don't really build games, like, from the ground up, at least, as far as I know. I don't even know if they develop their own fucking games at all. This is something they could do on the side that it would sell well just because of the concept, because Battle Royale is the way of the future right now for first-person shooter type of games. And if it was just a standalone, Battle Royale game, they could focus on just that, no campaign, no zombies mode, whatever, and I think it could be done well. Raven's pretty good. Anyways, that's really all that needs to be said at this point. It is just in the beta of a game that we don't even really have access to unless you, like, change your fucking, like, I think you got to do, like, your IP and all kinds of crazy stuff to your computer to get access to this game to make it seem like you are actually in China. So, as of right now, it's just a beta for a game exclusive to China. We don't know if it's going to be a standalone game, if it's going to just be an additional game mode in the Call of Duty games for the future, and even if it will be implemented for us, or everybody around the world, we don't even know when that will be. So as always, let me know your thoughts below on this topic. Would you play a Call of Duty Battle Royale? I'd at least give it a shot. I tend to play the Call of Duty games every year when they come out. At least try them to see if I like them. Battle Royale, it could be good. I don't exactly know. All credit goes out to Zhenya COD. It's his gameplay. It's from his channel. He's the one that released the video and everything like that. He's cool people using it as long as you credit him. Of course, the original video will be linked below if you want to watch it with sound, because I did my commentary over it. You can actually hear what it sounds like when he's playing and everything like that. All the call-outs and all that shit. Anyways, guys, if you went on to enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, turn on my notifications, follow me on Twitter at TheDashingDavid. Links to my social networks are in the description and in the outro. Later, guys.
Conclusions, all the things that we thought we were losing. I'm a ghost and you know this. That's why we broke up in the first place. 'Cause I want you to know